God says, I see you. I see the nights you cried in silence. I see the prayers you whispered when no one was listening. I see the tears you thought were unnoticed. I see the hopes you buried deep in your heart. I see the dreams you gave up on. I see the doors that remained closed. I see the opportunities that passed by. I see the struggle that wore you down. I see the loneliness you endured. I see the heartache that made you doubt. I see the fear that held you back. I see the times you wanted to give up. I see the silence you faced in your trials. I see the prayers you forgot to say loud. I see the hopes you almost stopped believing in. I see the effort that went unnoticed. I see the work you poured your soul into. I see the moments you felt invisible. I see the nights of tears and sleepless prayers. I see every small whisper of your heart. I see the faith that refused to die. I see the courage that fought through pain. I see the moments when you felt unseen. I see the prayers you thought God forgot. I see the plans that seemed impossible. I see the doors that never opened. I see the discouragement that tried to steal your hope. I see the worry that clouded your mind. I see the battles you fought silently. I see the obstacles that blocked your way. I see the doubts that whispered lies in your ear. I see the moments you felt abandoned. I see the prayers you left behind in the dark. I see the seasons of waiting. I see the years of patience you endured. I see the moments of exhaustion. I see the tears that fell unnoticed. I see the prayers you almost stopped sending. I see the faith that remained in secret. I see the longing in your heart. I see the prayers that seemed unanswered. I see the times you questioned my presence. I see the nights you wished for a sign. I see the hope that refused to vanish. I see the dreams that never faded completely. I see the silent prayers that became your strength. I see the resilience hidden in your heart. I see the courage you wore like armor. I see the persistence in your soul. I see the prayers you buried in the corners of your heart. I see the moments you whispered, God, if you are there, show me. I see the faith that held despite storms. I see the small victories no one noticed. I see the invisible battles that shaped you. I see the prayers that were never repeated aloud. I see the strength that grew quietly. I see the seeds of hope you planted in silence. I see the patience that molded your character. I see the nights filled with doubts and fears. I see the prayers that were your only comfort. I see the courage that refused to surrender. I see the tears that watered your faith. I see the silent victories over despair. I see the prayers that were never forgotten. I see the moments you felt too tired to continue. I see the prayers you almost abandoned. I see the faith that never wavered completely. I see the hope that glimmered in the darkness. I see the small whispers of your heart reaching me. I see the nights you felt unnoticed and unheard. I see the dreams that seemed far away. I see the strength that came from quiet persistence. I see the faith that grew through hardship. I see the prayers that never left your lips but reached my ears. I see the courage that refused to fade. I see the hope that clung to life in your soul. I see the moments you doubted, yet continued. I see the prayers that built your character. I see the long nights and the quiet mornings. I see the strength that rose from your brokenness. I see the prayers you thought were forgotten. I see the miracles waiting to unfold. I see the blessings already on their way. I see the doors that are about to open. I see the joy that will fill your heart. I see the long-awaited answer approaching. I see your faith rewarded beyond measure. I see your forgotten prayer being answered today. God says, I have not forgotten you, and I never will.